We're just going live now, so.
Okay.
Turn it on.
Good.
We're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to have an Outschool chat about ratings and reviews. I feel like I need to say, don't mind this. I just got back from a walk, but it's super windy out. So ratings and reviews on Outschool is, I don't know, what do we say? As VIPKid teachers, some of us are like, I have to have 5. I have to have 5, 5 apples. So we're going to discuss our thoughts on ratings and reviews for Outschool and a little bit about VIPKid. So, but first, can you guys say hello? Let's see, Cindy, you were first with your animals.
Yeah. I have the little animals because on Outschool, I am teaching baby animal math class. I have a baby animal like Valentine's class, some like baby animal camp classes, and it's really fun. So I'm just working on like the animals and the kids love it. So I kind of intertwine that with my lessons. Yeah. So I'm just finding all the animal stuff. And yeah, so I'm Cindy Bennett. I do have a channel. I share like VIPKid, Outschool, tech tips, things like that.
Great. So was that an already made
this is like a border on on Manicam. Yeah.
Excellent. Awesome. All right, and Kasey.
Hey everyone. So nice to be here. Oh, hey Evelyn. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun seeing these people. I haven't seen you in so long. But yeah, so I'm Kasey. I've been with Outschool for a year in May, and yeah, I like to teach about lots of different kind of random fun things. And so yeah, just a lot of fun. So
awesome. Hey, Teacher Renee, thanks for coming. And hey, Evelyn, it's so nice to see you.
Yeah, wow. I pressed Kelly in, but she didn't get in here.
She's still joining.
Okay.
Yeah, so Evelyn, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Evelyn Joy.
Party.
What's up? I'm Evelyn Joy. I teach very little for VIPKid and a lot for Outschool lately, and homeschooling and all that good stuff.
I love your yellow, nice and sunny.
Yeah. I teach Spanish on Outschool to young kids and older kids and in between kids.
Perfect. And hey, Stephanie, thanks for coming.
Hello, thank you.
You want to introduce yourself really quick?
Sure. My name is Teacher Stephanie on YouTube, and I teach for Outschool and VIPKid, mostly Outschool. I'm really enjoying that in the schedule, and truthfully, the money is really great.
Yeah. Awesome. And hey, Kelly.
Hello. Hi, I'm Kelly. I teach for VIPKid and Outschool, but in the process of trying to make it over to only Outschool. I'm down to like 1 or 2 classes a day. And I teach a lot of book clubs on Outschool, and my YouTube channel is Teacher Kelly Tag.
Great. Yes. And hey, Rebekah, how are you?
Hi. Bad timing. I came in and then she started screaming in the other room. So like, okay, mommy calls. I'm Rebekah F, and I've got Rebekah F Online Teaching on YouTube, and I teach with VIPKid, Bling ABC, Outschool, and I've been hired with other companies too.
Perfect. So today's discussion actually came from, I think Jerry and Rebekah mentioned ratings and reviews. Do you want to talk about how we started on that topic? And Kelly was in that discussion too, I think. So
yeah, I'm seeing it a lot in like the Outschool forums, especially where people are commenting on, oh, I got a low rating and I don't understand why, or I did my very best and I only got a 4 out of 5. And so some parents were saying 4 is fine. I mean, 5 is outstanding. Like you can't do anything better. And 4 is like, you did great. 3 is average, but they don't realize that 3 can hurt a teacher.
So it's like different perspectives from a teacher's point of view and a parent's point of view. And it definitely had some really good conversations on that post. And I thought, let's just talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. I I was one that always worried about ratings too. And I had a 3 and they put like all good things. And I was just like, but it's a 3. I don't know. So how about you guys? Anyone have any thoughts about the ratings? Evelyn, yeah?
So with VIPKid, I had gotten some low ratings. And one time I got one with like a really long, huge paragraph just saying that my class felt like it was my show and I didn't give the student enough time to talk and all this stuff. It's hard to know what parents want, you know. For example, some parents, they want you to be Dora the Explorer, and other parents, they want you to be quiet and let the student talk, but you don't know what the parent wants, you know, because you just try to do your best for every class. So I remember like shedding a few tears over being so berated on one long, I felt like nobody ever writes me a nice long paragraph of what a great teacher I am. Why do I have to get this nice long paragraph about how much they hate me? Just move on, get a different teacher, you know? But if you look at it this way, so say one parent doesn't like you and you've taught 3,000 classes. That's a pretty low percentage if you think like percentage wise. Mm-hmm. I think naturally, like we want to be perfect, right? But at the same time, I also like it when that perfection is broken, because there's a lot of pressure of like when you have a 5.0, it's like, how long can I keep that 5.0? And then once somebody gives you a 4 or 3 or 2 or whatever, you're never going to be perfect again. And it's like, well, you know, now I'll just focus on being a good teacher, right? So on Outschool, I've gotten all 5 stars, except for I have 1 4 stars. And the person just said nice things. So I just look at that as, okay, well, the perfection is broken and I'm thankful I didn't get something lower, but it's going to happen at some point. But also one other thing, as a parent on Outschool, I have yet to, me personally, other people may look at it, I have yet to look at the ratings of the teachers that I've hired. I look at what are they teaching? Does it sound like a good class? Do I know the teacher? Because I know a lot of VIPKid teachers. So I've only signed up for a couple of teachers that I haven't known. So I know you guys, so I hire the people I know, you know. And then the scheduling and the price. Those are the things that matter to me. Like if someone has a lower star rating, like I don't care at all, but that's just me. So yeah.
I'm glad to get your view on that, because I did wonder about that too. Like are parents looking for 5s, you know, for their teacher, for their kids? So yeah, Cindy.
I got a 1 out of 5 way back at the beginning in Outschool, and I was really sad. But it was during a knitting class, and I had like 5 students, and this one kid, he could not figure it out. So I tried like holding it this way. I tried holding it this way. I tried turning on my phone and using that for camera. Like I tried all these different ways to help him to figure it out. And I just felt like, you know, some kids just don't catch on, you know, is what I was thinking.
Right.
My mom wrote me back a note, and she said that I should have taken a little more time learning my technology. So,
so you were trying.
And like, honestly, it's not a matter of like, yeah, I get it. Like the more I do it, I'm going to figure it out technology wise, but yeah, you know, I thought I made a good effort at trying to help the kid and trying to do different ways, because it is different. Like I'm holding it up this way and I press the mirror button. Like I'm teaching adults, and I'm realizing like they talk to me and tell me, I'm like, is this good? Is that good? Am I, you know, and they help me, give me some feedback. With kids, it's a little different. You can't expect a person, like knitting is really hard to teach online, because I just want to get in there and grab their hands and, you know, help them with it. And so it is definitely hard to teach knitting online. It's definitely different. So I was really sad about it, but that's the only lower than 5 I've gotten. And it was cool because the next day I got a student that just loved me. And, you know, so you just have to like, just take it in stride. Like to her, it was a 1 out of 5. Okay, fine. That doesn't mean I'm a horrible teacher. It just means that it wasn't a good class for her kid. You know, and so you just kind of move on. But all of the students, other than that one, all of them, I have loved, and they've, even if they don't catch on right away, they don't, you know, say any bad things about me. So after a while, like Evelyn said, you teach more and more classes, you do get the hang of it, you feel good about it, and you have to understand that some people see it differently. It doesn't mean that you're a bad teacher.
Going off of what she said, I completely agree. It's the parents' opinion on you and your class. And, you know, I got a 3-star one time, and it hurt my feelings, to be honest with you. I was like,
I got a 1.
Yeah, well,
like,
I actually got a 1 also, and I'll share that story. Some of you I think read about that, and whenever I read her comments on it, she had said the class was too easy for her kid and all of this stuff. But the way I try to think of it is, well, in my description of my class, it says exactly what we will be doing. So if she took the time to read that, then she should know pretty much what her kid would be learning. So I was like, you know, I covered my bases. I feel like I did what I needed to do, so I'm not going to worry about it. And you know, if parents are really that concerned, they can go through and read the other reviews and just see what other parents have said. So I tried to not get too hung up. I mean, it hurt my feelings for about a day, and then I moved on from it. I did get a 1-star review one time, and the kid did not even attend my class. The parent left a comment that she didn't like the time that I had scheduled. So I messaged, or I emailed Outschool and was like, this really isn't fair, because you know, they didn't even give me a chance. So thankfully Outschool took that rating off, and that's no longer there. But I think you just also have to go back to, did I do my best? Did I teach what I was supposed to? Did I give it my all? And, you know, from there, it's just kind of a parent's opinion, and you can't get too hung up on it. And those are words I've had to tell myself too. So,
so Jerry, you had found a post, right? And that's how this kind of got started. And
the other day I just came across this, and somebody was saying, starting a conversation, and a couple of the really big heavy hitters were talking and making some different points about the way that they view it. And they were talking about from the parent side and also from the teacher side. And I know, Evelyn, you're a parent and a teacher, and also Rebekah, and I don't know everybody here, but Kelly, do your kids take classes too, right? Yeah, I think your kid, yeah.
Well, in the summer, my son took a couple, but not really anymore.
So mine are 20 and 23. So obviously my kids have taken loads and loads of classes before, but never on Outschool, because it really wasn't around at the time that they would be wanting to do all these things. And so, and I've been an online teacher for almost 4 years, but I just was very intrigued by this. And as soon as I saw it, I thought of this group, because we're always looking for good conversations, constructive conversations, and conversations where we're going to all have different perspectives and different viewpoints to share. And I just wanted to add, like Stephanie said and Cindy said, so I have not gotten a 1 on Outschool. I've had a 3 and a 4, I think 2 3s and a 4, and then mostly 5s. But I have had some parents say, just a couple of them write me private comments. And so I just wanted to mention on that. So my rating right now is a 4.94, which I'm perfectly happy with. I'm thrilled to not have it 5. For my VIPKid experience, it's a little bit different. And for those that have been VIPKid teachers, you probably or possibly would agree with me. It's a little bit different because in that experience, parents that are maybe searching for new teachers are really looking at that number, and they want that number to be 5, and they want your participation to be 100%. And a lot of times, if they don't see that, they are scrolling by, and we maybe heard that in conversations or recordings of different kinds over the years. That's a little different. I had a 1 in July for VIPKid, which is really rare for me. I mean, not tooting my own horn, I'm just saying a 1. It was extremely harsh. For an extremely strange reason, VIPKid did not back me up, actually. And I sort of had to endure this for a few months at a time when nobody was leaving feedback.
Oh.
And so I know, and I talked to Rebekah about it. And so we were just sort of, she was commiserating with me, and we were kind of just soaking in this where I was a 5 or for a long time. I have quite a few that I've taught regularly. And then I went to like a 4.96. It's really not a bad number.
Right.
But for ESL overseas, it's not the greatest number. So that one really hit me hard because I thought, this is just kind of ridiculous to me. They didn't back me up because of that little you were looking down for a second comment that we've all heard at one point. Well, of course I'm looking down because I'm not a robot. And I have a lot of things I'm going to show you either on my phone or my whiteboard. I'm going to write the word. It's just all these things. And then I rewatched it, and I honestly did not agree with them. And I would accept it. I wouldn't accept a 1. I mean, a 1 means that I couldn't even get into the classroom. I wasn't even speaking proper English myself. I mean, a 1 to me means that you were completely ridiculous. How could we ever learn from you? So that was hard. But I wanted to say on Outschool, and then I'll let it go, but that I got some really constructive private feedback. So I had 2 parents leave me a 5. And then in private, they said, our kids really enjoyed your class. But so I had an art camp, a winter art camp, and it tells also, like Stephanie, it tells you very clearly, day 1, watercolors, and this is what we're going to do, day 2, and da-da-da. And it doesn't show examples of the art because I've kind of moved away from showing you exactly what we're going to do. It sort of just gives you just descriptions. And they left me good feedback. Like on one day, we felt like it was a little too remedial. And I was like, okay. But and I did write them back a long thing fairly long thing, because I wanted to let them know, hey, that I think it's great. Everyone learns at different speeds, and everyone can catch on differently. And what's easy for one may seem remedial for another, and like we're bored. But I thought it was good, and it's really good constructive feedback to get that. And I thought it was so great that they did that privately so that I could improve something or at least consider something different, but not have to have everybody taking a look at it. It's just not necessary. So that was cool.
Kelly.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was going to say, I definitely could share because I've gotten everything except a 2 on Outschool. So I just would want to say to parents, like if you give constructive criticism, that's easier for us teachers to take. But if you're just nasty, that makes it hard on us to take it. Like I got a 1 and it was just nasty, mean, and not helpful. So, and I know if you start getting more than 1, like some people are just not going to ever give a 5. I had one of my American Girl classes the month of July. I got a few of them, and then I was like only 1, but a 1 and a few 3s. And I was like, okay, obviously this isn't working. I need to change the game. But if you give true, so just the other day I got a 4, but I felt like it was true constructive criticism. Like they said a bunch of nice things. Your class was great. I just think you need to change this one thing. Then that was easy to take as a teacher. Like, oh, okay, I get it. I need to change this one thing. But if you're mean and nasty, that's different. And also I want to say to the parents, please watch the playback before you give a star rating, because one time I had somebody give a 3 because she said, I didn't call on her son. Just remember, children, they think it's unfair if you just don't call on them every time. They're children. Like you called on him once instead of me, and they're going to think that's unfair. And I try really, really hard to be fair in my classes. So I felt like that was really unfair to give me a 3-star when you didn't even watch the playback to see for yourself. She even said, my son said this. So like, it was clear she didn't watch it or she wasn't there. And that's unfair to us teachers to ruin our business when you didn't even like go to see what happened. Of course you're going to believe your child, but they are children. Just remember that. Yes.
Right, right.
So yeah, I got 2 things today or to say, and I'm sorry if she makes noise during this part, but you know, I've gotten all kinds of reviews on Outschool. I'm actually, somebody called it as the 6-star club. It's where you get a 5-star and a 1-star for the exact same class. Wait,
on the same day? On the same day?
Same class, same lesson. One person gives you 5, one person gives you 1. They call it the 6-star club. Like, I like that. It's brilliant. I think I'm part of that club too. Because great. But then one person gave me a 1 because I said something in the beginning that just tipped mom the wrong way. And from then on, it was like a losing battle. And so, she gave me some feedback about, what I did. I'm like, okay. But what hurt me the worst is later on, I got a 2 out of 5 and no comments. And here I'm guessing why they gave it to me. But here I'm also like, do I want to ask? Like,
right.
Do I want to open that can of worms and ask them why they gave me a 2? I can kind of guess that, well, maybe I did something, and then I just left it because things get buried. That's what I like about Outschool is that in Outschool, you as the teacher, you can see your 4.92 or whatever rating. But from the parent's viewpoint, you just see 5 lit up stars. So unless you lose enough that goes down to 4.5, we get like a half a star gone, they won't know. They won't know. Because it's just 5 lit up stars. It doesn't have the numbers, which I think is great. The other thing is I'm nosy. I will admit it, I'm nosy and I love reading the comments every once in a while. So when I go to like a new teacher, sometimes I'll scroll down and I will actually look for those low ratings because I want to see what the parents are saying. And I want to see what the teachers are saying back to the parents because you can respond. If the parent's like, well, my son said I didn't call on you. And the teacher says, I make sure everybody's called on equally. I go, I like this teacher because I don't believe that the rating was a fair rating because it's an opinion rating. And the teacher was professional in their response.
Right. And the child was what, 5 years old?
Right. Yeah. You say, okay, it's ages 3 to 5. And the child says this, maybe I'm not going to put much merit in there. Because I said, we'll search for those because I want to see, the 5s and the lows, but also the responses. I want to look for the professional responses, not the retaliatory, defensive. Well, she said this. No, I don't want that teacher. That sounds like an angry teacher. I want to make sure that,
right.
So I like that about Outschool that you can see the parents' feedback and the teacher's response if they choose to respond publicly.
I wanted to bring something out real quick because in that conversation that I saw that that made me post this in our group was that that one of the big heavy hitters on Outschool was talking about and I think she teaches like 10 classes or like 5 classes a day, all 5 days of the week, and they're full with 7 kids or something like that. And I wanted to say, so her as a parent. She says that she gives a 3-star as good. And so one of the big focuses of that conversation, as some of you maybe already saw, was that is 3 really good? So when parents give you a 3, how do you feel? Do you feel good about that? Do you feel like, hey, that was good? And no. And so people were saying, like, when I buy on Amazon, if I buy on Amazon or if I buy on we don't have to make it even about Amazon. If I shop on whatever and they're giving star ratings and you see 3 out of 5, is that good? Do you buy that? No, of course you don't buy that. I mean, that one there's 5.
If she's a teacher and a parent.
So it was a very curious whole situation for me. Yeah, I was actually I wasn't late to my class, but I was just enthralled by this conversation because she was really defending her position about being 3 was good, 4 was great, and here's what 5 was. 5 was perfection.
Oh, that's
so good luck, because I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous to me. And I feel like we're not striving for perfection. We're striving to give it everything that we have, but there's no way for us to be able to strive for perfection.
I want to comment on that.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
The thing is, how much do you pay for these classes? I mean, even if you paid $15 or $20, like I have bought piano lessons for half an hour for $15 in person. And, they play games, it's rapport, it's not, supposed to be college in 25 minutes, and teachers put in a lot of time. Like I know myself, it's hard to figure out, like when you get a new class, like I'm doing math for first grade, it's hard to figure out what the kids are gonna grab onto, and you don't want to waste time, but yet you have to spend time with the rapport because kids don't want to just come in and do, all kinds of math problems right off the bat. And so, I think about my VIPKid classes. They're not like packed to the brim. We do fun, we do this, we do that. And so me as a parent, I'm like, you'd have to really do something bad for me to not give a good review. Because, and like, I like the behind the scenes. Like if I think I have done that before, like given a couple of my friends here have taught, and I've given a couple little things like maybe do this or that. Could you do this? But I don't make it like a criticism. It's more like a suggestion, and we can help each other improve. Like this is new, even though we have we teach online, this type of teaching is new. And when you get students, like when you teach students in a classroom, you get to know them, you build with them. Sometimes in this kind of thing, they're with you one time. And that's really hard to get to know a kid in one time. And you don't know what kind of day they've had and what's going on in their world, and all other things could affect. Like I know Evelyn, she's taught my kid while he's in the car. I mean, sometimes the teacher puts up with stuff too, it's not all about us. And so, I would totally not approve of that at all. And I don't think that's being very, kind.
Right. And she is a parent and a teacher. So I'm a little surprised because you don't realize how much you could hurt a teacher. Yeah. My personal opinion, one should be like the teacher was rude to you. She cursed, she was drunk. I mean, something extreme should be a 1. Yes. So I think sometimes, exactly. That's my opinion, what a 1 should be.
Yeah. Drunk teachers are a negative. I don't know. I draw the line at drunk teacher.
Me personally, if I sign my kid up for a class, I'm grateful to that teacher because they taught my kid something. So I just give them 5 stars and raving reviews because I know what it feels like to be the teacher. And if I didn't necessarily like them, I go by if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I just let it go because that's her class. But I was going to say I have received, I like that the parents can message us on Outschool as opposed to VIPKid. We have more communication. So I had a bunch of parents were complaining, your classes are only 5 weeks long. We want more weeks because I have a really cheap $5 per student, 30-minute class per week. And they wanted it just to keep going on and on. So I changed it from 5 weeks to 10 weeks. And I'm probably going to change it from 10 weeks to ongoing.
Do it forever. Yeah. My kid will do it forever. And if he misses a week for $5, it's not a big deal, And so sorry. I mean, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you doing it.
I like it. So I've had some parents say, my daughter's really shy. So is it okay if we have the camera off and she doesn't say anything, but she just wants to watch? And then I've had parents say, my son's shy, but I want you to get him to talk. So we have different kinds of parenting styles, but but the thing is with my style, it's I'll try to keep that in mind, but I have a list of the students' names and everybody gets a turn to talk, because if I have kids raising their hands, then the kids that want to talk the most are going to talk the whole class, and the kids that don't want, so I go down the list and have them each, I'll have a question, today we're learning how to order at a restaurant. So in Spanish, so what do you want to order? So each kid gets to order, so
that's good.
It's not just the one kid that wants to talk the whole class, But when parents say, I don't want my student to have to talk, then when we're in the class, I'll give them the option of talking. If they're like refusing, I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll move on, you know. So, but one suggestion I really liked is, you know, I teach beginner Spanish. So sometimes I fall into speaking more English than Spanish. And I had a parent say, you know, you could throw more Spanish in there, and instead of saying good job, say like muy bien. Or so I really liked that suggestion. I was like, oh, I need to do that. So I've started doing that. So I've improved my classes because of parent comments. But on VIPKid, my whole family was sick and I didn't feel like I could cancel classes. So I taught classes, and then a parent complained that I looked tired. And so I went under review and couldn't open classes during that time. So I was really thankful for Outschool, but I also began to realize that Outschool appreciates me more than VIPKid, and they pay me more, so they get my hours.
So really quick, how many of you have had the birthday parties from Outschool? Have any of you given birthday parties or done a birthday party class? 3, 4, you haven't, Melissa, either? Thanks for joining us, Melissa. Cool. So we have a birthday today, a little birdie told me. So we thought we'd do a quick little happy birthday song for her. So I'm glad Evelyn's here because she can start the singing off. No, I don't like to sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday, dear
Rebekah. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you guys are so nice. Whoa. Yay, thanks
Do you know who our
everyone.
little birdie is?
Aw.
Whoops.
Oh, she blew kisses.
Oh, look, it's
Oh, how sweet. Mwah.
Happy birthday, Rebekah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming. This is a great discussion. We might have to do this one again sometime because I think there's a lot to be said about ratings and reviews and I don't know. Anyone have anything else before we say goodbye? No? We're good? Well, thanks for coming, everyone, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.